Welcome back to keeba-live. I'm your host, William Lee, podcaster, podcast producer, and the founder of the Keeba Agency. Today, I want to talk about an interesting but forgotten community. The town is Parkland, Washington, and the opportunity to really discuss it with three magnificent business ladies. We'll be right back. Just recently, a good friend of mine, Pat Carpenter, the editor of the Weekly Breeze, contacted me and said, Bill, there's something really exciting that I want you to take a look at. So I took a look at the Facebook page of Discovering Parkland, and I thought to myself, wow, this sounds like it would be a very interesting podcast. So Pat contacted Julie over at the Collison-reality in Parkland and set up an appointment for doing a podcast. Well, Julie was so excited about the idea that she invited two more guests, and they'll introduce themselves in just a moment. But this is really an interesting time for us on a podcast, because for the first time, we had the opportunity to really hear exactly what goes on behind the scenes. So now let's join the conversation in progress. Well, let's go ahead and just take a moment and introduce ourselves and the companies that we represent, starting with
Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Johnson, and I own Elizabeth's Holistic Health Spa. I've been here in the neighborhood for 25 years, and I'm also the president of the Garfield Street Business Community.
Great.
And I'm Julie Collison. I own Collison-reality. We've been in the Parkland area since 1965, started by my father-in-law Dale, and then my husband Pat and I bought the company in 1990, and was a mom and pop shop, and he passed away in 2005. So it's now a mom shop.
Shop.
I help make people's dreams of real estate come true.
Yep.
And
I'm Diane Cruz, and it's spelled with a C.
It's spelled with a C. Okay.
And
Make note of that.
I own Olivia Jane Enterprises, and my mission statement is using the creative arts to help others soar like sparrows.
Nice. Wow,
Ooh,
that's very cool.
Too.
Well, today we're going to talk about Parkland.
Yay.
And I want you ladies just to go ahead and discuss some of the stuff that's going on in Parkland and what we can do to help promote Parkland.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And if no one knows where the Garfield section is, how would you explain that to people?
The hub this year of the event is in the Garfield Station, which is 323 Garfield Street.
323
The
Garfield.
participating businesses for the event are on Garfield and C Street,
Okay.
which is just off of Pacific Avenue.
Oh,
So
okay.
in between 121st and
23rd,
off of Pacific.
21st and 23rd.
123rd.
So that would be considered the hub of Parkland as far as the businesses are concerned? Or have I shortened it down a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know, because
Well, I don't
Pacific
know about
Ave
that.
is
Just
pretty...
kind of
Uh-huh.
the hub of our events is in the Garfield Station
Okay.
this year. We've kind of moved it around different locations. We've had it in the bookstore. We've had it in the coffee shop. We kind of like move it around depending on, what works best for that year. But so Garfield Station.
But the Garfield Street Business Association, of which we're all members,
Yes.
the hub is Garfield Street over here. Yes.
So Garfield
okay.
Street.
I'm not
and
on
the-
Garfield Street, but I'm close.
You're awfully close.
Yes,
Okay.
and the cross street is C Street, so kind of a whole neighborhood of participating.
Well, that's really,
businesses.
really good.
Yes.
And it always adds more excitement to the neighborhood when you ladies obviously are the helm of the ship right now, getting things done in the Parkland Business District, which is wonderful.
Yes, it is.
How long have you guys been together doing this stuff?
About 15 years
Yep.
Wow.
is how long we've been doing the Garfield Street Fair and Car Show. And then from there, we kind of decided that we needed a holiday event too.
Oh.
Trick or Treat on Garfield Street's been going on for a really long time, but I would say probably at least 15 years is when we've really been working
Congratulations.
together and putting all these fun little events together.
Yes. Like I work with them, but I've kind of fallen into some other things. I'm known as the sheriff on Garfield Street for the teenagers because I walk around sometimes at night and tell them to go home.
Go
Oh,
right.
thank you.
All right.
So I've put on some many hats, and one of the things that's happened is we've had some students here from the Middle East, and they needed help, and I didn't ask for this. They walked up to me and they go, "We need help, and you look like you're nice. We're not terrorists." So I have all these students that are from Jordan and Saudi Arabia and Egypt and whatever, and they call me Mama. So it's kind of, but I've helped some of them to navigate because English was not their first language. They're scared. They're how many thousands of miles away from home. So that just kind of became something that I said, when you asked for your territory to be enlarged, that was one of the things that I've ended up doing. So it's really cool. It's just really a cool thing. And like I said, I'm the storyteller. And
you do that at the church here?
Yeah, but I also do it at a couple of other places. And I'm getting ready to do a workshop called We're Gonna Tell It. And it's going to be, the first one will be in February at the Parkland Spanaway Library. And what we're doing is using storytelling to tell family histories. And we're going to start off with high schoolers. And so the first one's going to be February 2nd. The kids will probably get something I have to figure out, like for coming. But we want to use storytelling and writing to work on their skills. And so that's something and get them interested in reading. So I'm working in conjunction with the school district and the Parkland Spanaway Library.
What ages are you looking for?
This time we're doing 12 to 18. But I have some middle schoolers who are knocking at the door saying they want it too. So, but this time we're targeting like high schoolers. We really want to make sure they have the skills they need, and maybe even to have. I'm in Toastmasters, so a couple people from there are going to help me to help them with presentation skills too, so they're comfortable with. So we want to work on those skills for them.
That's amazing.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and if they want to present at the Rotary, we can have them for practice.
Yeah, that would be really
Parkland
cool.
Spanaway Rotary.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's something that we decided that our kids really need. We need to make sure that they're equipped when they go out in the world, and that's just something that is, and everybody seems to be on board with it. So it's really good.
So true.
So basically, what you ladies have been doing is building up the community and working with the families and the kids to make a good, solid community that's worth living in, having a good time. We're trying.
We are.
What other activities, when you talk about Parkland, how big is Parkland?
How big is Parkland? Parkland's not even really a town or a city. It's just an unincorporated area in Pierce County.
Is that what it is?
Oh, it's not even...
No, but it's sure on the map, and I'm pretty sure it had something to do with some strong women in Parkland because they wanted a post office, and there's a post office, and it's on the map. And if we had Sue Clinton here, she could probably tell us the history of that. But
what started you in this now? Now, 15 years ago, you got together, or 16 years ago, you got together. What inspired you to do what you gals have done now, which is amazing?
Well, when I very first started wanting to have some events, I really wanted to have a positive event in the community. People tend to listen and hear negativity.
Yes.
And I wanted everyone to see how amazing that our neighborhood was. We have so many musicians and artists and
yes, you do.
University with professors, and we just have such wonderful people on our street and great restaurants, and we're kind of a neat little eclectic family. We are. And so I just really wanted to showcase all the positive things that we had in our neighborhood, and I felt like a street fair was a great way to do that, to invite everyone to come and see all the wonderful things that we were doing. And so it started out just sort of a grassroots effort. The lady that did the Celebrate Spanaway Festival, she kind of showed me the ropes. Jean Sensel. She kind of showed me the ropes a little bit, and it started out just one foot in front of the other, and now we've got a really great event. We usually have about 100 vendors. We have about 100 classic cars that come. We have live bands all day. And it's just a really fun event for families.
And when does
to
this
come.
event happen again?
It's always the third Saturday in August.
So Saturday in August, okay.
Yeah, and it's really fun because people come every year and say they really look forward to it. It's free. We have a lot of kids' activities. Trinity Lutheran Church and Diane, they both give away free books to the kids.
Wow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Julie always has games and fun things, giveaways, both for the kids and the adults.
Because with the real estate. I mean, that's
True.
You don't come to a street fair to buy a house, right?
Well, no. Now that you brought it up, no.
But you do make connections.
Yeah, make the
And,
connections, yes.
We invite Pierce Fire and Rescue to come down and bring their fire truck, and we always have a big bouncy house.
time.
And so we get a lot of local musicians that come and play. And
Yeah, we had Kim Archer here back in the day.
Oh,
I know.
She's famous.
Yeah.
Who is
She's
Kim
done
Archer?
very well.
She's a famous musician on you look her up on Facebook.
My
okay.
goodness, Pat.
I'm sorry.
She's also, on a cover of a magazine, and it says "People to Watch in 2019."
Yes.
She's one of. I'm so happy
on
for
South
her.
Sound, the South Sound magazine.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
saw that.
I saw that. I was like,
Very
whoa.
talented
But
musician.
we do, and they all do it for the musicians that do come and perform. They do it all for free.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
They don't get
That's
paid. It's all
they
volunteer.
get a T-shirt and some lunch from the greatest Mexican restaurant.
There you
There
go.
you go.
What more can you have?
And a bag of goodies too, right?
The very first year that I tried to have something on the street, it was my dad playing the guitar and me having a raffle.
Hey,
Oh, that must have been exciting.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
That's right. That's right. Look at how much it's growing.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
That is amazing. And it's,
It is.
It's because you guys have put such an effort
Yes.
into it.
Yes.
And nobody knows you guys exist. I hate to tell you this. I mean, I don't want to bring big tears to you, but they'll find you now. But it was very interesting because of the fact that you guys are sandwiched in, actually, between Tacoma and Spanaway and now Frederickson, which is just
It's
blowing
growing.
up with activities and growth.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yes.
And then we've got the Air Force Base right there. Boom.
True.
True. So
Yeah.
you're just kind of a little tiny floating island in the middle of...
yeah. But
Yeah.
we also, our neighborhood watch is really a good one, and we have about 6 of them in this area.
Excellent.
Very good.
And we all work together too, so we now have a blog on Facebook where people can post things too, which is really good. But this neighborhood, one thing I've noticed, like if somebody has a need and we can't do it by ourselves, collectively we will get together and think out of the box to help somebody if they need help.
That's
A
it.
lot of
So
the
that's-
churches too.
Yeah, they, there's things going on that you just don't hear. It's just like I'm doing storytelling, but I needed quilts and I didn't have time to make them. So there's these ladies at Trinity that quilt. One of them, she's been quilting 60 years.
Whoa.
So she made me blankets for storytelling.
Oh.
Isn't
You know
that
what I
great?
mean? She just said we made you 3 blankets to
Oh
use
my
for.
goodness.
Yeah, so it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And such a good community spirit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But they just saw a need and they just
And
jumped.
they
They jumped
came
on
through,
it,
yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. We do that here.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So if you ladies had a magic wand and could just kind of rub it over the top of the city, what would you like to see in the next few years? Where would you like Parkland to be?
More green areas, less litter.
You're not talking about mattress factories, a big cow,
No.
are you, over there?
No, I love the mattress factory cows.
And my
Just
thing
more
is,
green pastures for the cow to graze in.
yeah, there you go.
Yes.
And I call it. I want us to be for the creative arts to be the Rolls Royce of choices, like to be a the Rolls Royce of
destination
choices.
spot?
Yeah, yes, I want us to be a destination spot.
In the olden days, people from Tacoma going to the mountain would stop at Parkland for lunch or what have you. So let's
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come see Parkland. We do have a lot of restaurants. We have Mazzanos, 28 Garfield. We have Reina's Mexican restaurant. We have Forelli's. We have a new Zen sushi burrito place.
Ooh.
Bento.
Yeah.
Bento, yeah, and that's really good. And then we have other places too. I'm not mentioning, but we have a great library here. Parkland Spanaway Library is awesome.
Yeah, they do.
They do classes that are just amazing.
And they do classes for the workforce now goes down there on Mondays and helps people fill out paperwork. One of the librarians is trained to be the business librarian. So when I needed to redo some paperwork for business, he said, you don't have to go all the way down to Bates. He said, I am licensed to do all of that now. So we actually have a librarian that is he can help you get your business license, everything. So you don't have to go all the way downtown to Tacoma.
Well, that's great.
That is
That's
great.
really great.
I guess one of my goals would be to see more art in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We
that'd be
have
nice.
a lovely mural that really showcases all the different aspects. If you look at each letter each letter has a different picture in it that tells a little bit of a story of Parkland. So that's fun.
Where's that at?
Right